let's do a little music. All right. Let's see. Let's do a little bit of music. Just a little background music. That'll be good. Oh, it's so loud. So loud. There we go. Oh, looks okay. Let me know. How is everyone doing today? All right. All right, so I don't have a whole lot of plans for today. I thought we would hang out and do something. I have some transcription tools that I'm gonna try to use. One's local, like one's actually this project here called X-Whisper that I'm gonna try. This one's called X-Whisper, and the other one is called Vibe Typer. So we're gonna try both of them. I don't know. Hey Dane, how are you? Yeah, I don't know how well they'll work, but we're gonna try. So Vibe Typer is like actually a product you can buy, and X-Whisper Local is like a project somebody did 6 months ago but hasn't touched. I'm gonna try, we might try updating it to use our little AI computer, so it's not like purely local, which might be fun, and we're gonna see how well we can dictate in Linux with this. I lose so cores. Yeah, some of my cores are down. So I don't know if you guys know what an electric guitar is. If you were born in my era, you probably do. But I described my procedure as they were going to play the guitar with my tendons. And my doctor looked at me and was like, that's not exactly what we're going to do, because we're going to go up and down them, not across them. And I was like, have you ever seen somebody play an electric guitar? Trust me. Trust me. You guys are playing the guitar on my tendons. And then he laughed. So. Did not sound as good. Trust me. Tendons, not great guitar material. That's what I learned. We'll have to keep looking. So, today... It's supposed to be better than the surgeon study instead of learning the guitar. Yeah, it's definitely not a requirement. I really can't move my right arm, so I got it propped up. Today's the first day that I'm allowed to move it. But I'm supposed to not do anything that causes it pain. And whatever tendon they were working on, it's quite easy to cause it pain. So I can't type a whole lot either, because that's just wearing it out. So if you don't know, they deburred it and slimmed it down. So they cut off all the bad tendon that had grown. And so I have quite a bit less tendon now. It's 0 weight for 3 weeks. So I'm not allowed to have any, I'm not allowed to like pick anything up with it. He said typing should be good, but just to take it easy. So I'm gonna type a little, but I'm gonna have to be done if it really starts hurting. Oh, ghosts, that's the worst. That is the absolute worst. I've never pinched in my shoulder, but I pinched it in my elbow. And I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Yeah. So yeah. Anyways, the music is really loud. There we go. Okay, that's much better. Sorry about that. So anyways, like I said, 1.5 arms. I have some use of it. I'm just gonna try some stuff. I'm not up on the news. I couldn't I couldn't move my right arm all this week. I was in a bit of pain and there was stuff that had to be taken care of. And everything's taken longer. Like, I made a cup of coffee and you guys make fun of me because it takes me like 15 minutes to go up and pet the dog, say hi to the kids, make a cup of coffee. It literally took me half an hour this morning to make a cup of coffee with just one arm. So no, I'm not on Mac. I'm on Linux. What is it called? Fluid Voice? We can try it. But it's only for Mac. It's using like Mac Metal. Well, why would it say that it's Mac only if it's not using Metal? It's written in Swift. It's written in Swift. That's why. A bunch of Swifties here. I love it. I love it. And I found totally not a malware app that allows others to control your PC. That would be great if you guys could just help me. If I could trust Twitch chat just to type for me, that would be great. That would be great. I'm so annoyed with Parakeet. I'm so annoyed with Parakeet because Parakeet is NVIDIA's own model, and it doesn't support, they don't support running it on their stupid Spark. Like, there's some workarounds I can do to get it running there, but like, there's no easy way to run Parakeet. So it doesn't look like it uses Metal, it's just not ported. Which is maybe a problem with Swift. Swift is really easy, but there's a lot of libraries that only support Mac. And so like, if you just use libraries willy-nilly, you won't have a portable application if you're using Swift. Because it was originally built for Apple and by Apple, and Apple's repositories support Apple. And now I believe some of the core repositories, I know all of the core stuff, but like some of the medium core, I don't know, like some of the stuff that they had released that was just like iPhone and stuff, they have done better about doing it. And I have it programmed in Swift for like 2 years now. But I am a huge Swiftie. I actually really like Swift. I think if I couldn't program in Rust anymore, I would probably start doing stuff for Swift, actually. Maybe C#. I might try C Sharp. I've heard good things about it recently. I might give C Sharp a try, but I like Swift. Honestly, here soon, we're going to do. You guys have been great, so we're going to do a weekend stream of C++ 26. We're going to do 26 hours of C++ 26, 2 13-hour days. You guys have deserved it. You guys supported me really greatly through the AI games. And I know I never really set a challenge. They always feel weird to me. Like, if you're a viewer and I set a viewership challenge, well, like, I don't want to turn you guys into salespeople to get people to come view my content so that you could get a C++ 26 stream. Like, that feels weird to me, right? I always feel weird about those types of things. So anyways, I appreciate it. So we're going to do a C++ 26 stream later when I can type better. Sometime this fall. You want to try Odin? I've heard good things about Odin. Oh, you're using the Halo Strix? The DJI Spark does a couple things really well. There's a couple things that, if you're really looking for it, I can't demonstrate the one really well. I don't have a piece of paper in here, but if you're sitting in a hot room where there's no ventilation and you have a fan, and that fan causes constant disruption of the papers on your desk, the DJI Spark does a really, really, really good job of holding those papers down onto your table. Quite honestly, and like, it looks good doing it. Like, it just looks good while doing it. And it does a fantastic job at that job specifically. Another job that it does really well is if you feel insecure and you want to say that you're like into AI and you want to show off, you know, you can buy a $4,000 thing that says, hey, I'm into AI and look at me, I have an AI computer. It does that really, really well. And the third thing that it just does really, probably exceptionally, better than any computer that I've ever done. I find computers a lot of the time to be too predictable. I know if it's on or if it's off. There's lights that tell me if it's on or if it's off. And I don't get that great guessing game where with the DJI Spark, they decided to remove all ergonomics. The power button is hard to find and on the back along with some other buttons. The power cable is not well marked as to which USB-C because there's only one that actually powers the machine, and unless we look in the manual, and there is literally zero lights. No Ethernet light, no front light. You know how the Mac has just that pinhole on the front that has a little light that says, hey, I'm actually on? No. It doesn't need any of that because it makes you guess whether it's on or not. It's actually fantastic at that. I've never seen another computer do such a good job. A gaming tablet. I don't know how I feel about that. I want to make fun of you. Like, I hardcore want to make fun of you. Not gonna lie. I need to look this up. 1 second. 1 second. I was hoping you were lying to me. It looks kind of chunky. It looks kind of thick. I love how, what am I seeing of the tablet here? Thank you for making this one of the pictures. Okay, I actually don't hate how it looks. I'm gonna throw this out. I am tired of the unibody. I'm tired of like the Apple look. Like everybody was like, "Oh, Apple won the laptop. We're gonna make our things look like Apple," and like the unibody aluminum cast or aluminum machined. I'm tired of it. So I actually don't hate how it looks. Oh, it's the shorties. I mean, Ghost, don't complain. It has a replaceable SSD. Don't complain. Just take it. Does it only have one NVMe slot? Does it only have one? That's a little bit of a shame. My real question. Okay, this keyboard has to... I can't find a picture of the keyboard. I can find a picture of this girl holding it, but a picture of the keyboard, no. Does this keyboard... Is this the worst thing to type on that you've ever typed on? Is that the case? It looks like it would be the case. It looks like I would... Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it. Oh, I'm glad we got two pictures of the case. What are these pictures? What? Oh, this is fantastic. I don't know what their marketing team is. You've never seen the case? Dude, I would have loved to be on their marketing team. It's like the pictures in this thing. Like, before we get pictures of the keyboard, we got this. Which, I'm pretty sure this is AI. Like, I hope that they went through actually making this suit of armor. That would just be fantastic. All right. Anyways, I don't have one of these. I do. It doesn't get hot. Oh, that's good. I do actually want to get a new laptop at some point, maybe next year. I want to get a new laptop, a new personal laptop, maybe next year. And I'd like it to have some sort of AI capabilities. But I feel like I need to wait for memory to crash, and then I'm like, well, when memory crashes, will I have a job? I'm just not sure. Is the memory crash what I want to happen? I'm not sure. Do you run Linux on this? Does this run Linux? Who are Luddins? Who are Luddins? What is this word? I love this suit of armor comes up with is a popular American brand throat and cough drop. Are they into Death Stranding that much? Is that what this suit of armor looks like? Death Stranding. Oh, okay. So that makes sense. Is it Death Standing or Death Strand? I never played it. Death Stranding. Okay, Death Stranding. I thought it was Death Standing. It looked like a walking simulator to me, and I get bored with walking simulators. It was my same complaint with the first Zelda Breath of the Wild. The first Zelda Force Switch, Breath of the Wild, I think it's called. It was kind of a walking simulator to me too. Like they were like big open world with, I don't know, nothing to do. I climbed up onto the top of one of these mountains. It took me like half an hour to get up there because it would rain and I'd have to just sit there because you can't climb when it's raining. It was stupid. And then I finally made it up there and there was just one of those like seeds up there. I was like, this is it. It's a big empty world. It annoyed me so much. I mean, I don't know anything. I haven't used the Ryzen Max chip. I wish that I could get. Ryzen just released a competitor AI box, and I wish that I could. I can't afford it right now, but I wish that I could get it. What is it called? What is it called? AI Halo. Yeah. That's what it was. I wish that I could afford to get a new laptop right now or computer. So this is the other thing. I actually think that I prefer something like this over a laptop. And here's my thinking. I actually think that I would like a small, thin, light, cheap Linux laptop. And do all the heavy lifting on a machine. Look at that. It has a thing that lights up to tell you that it's on. Anyways, it annoys me. How bad my $4,000. Anyways, I think in the future, this is where I'm going. I'm just going to put these things not in the actual laptop. And I just want to do all my coding and stuff on a different machine. Like I could even do that from the terminal here, right? Like I can just SSH, right? Or there's this other program. What is it called? Emacs. I could just Emacs to it, right? Is that the better development? This is what I need to think about before I buy my new laptop. I actually don't have a laptop right now. And there's a couple things that a laptop would be really helpful for. Like I'm actually going to hook up my computer to this guy's, he's having some issues with his car. And he wants to check the actual flow, like the airflow through his exhaust system. So I'm going to hook up my computer, but I don't have a laptop to do that. And, yeah, it would be nice to have a laptop. So I need to get a thin, lightweight laptop, but I'm thinking a cheap laptop, like something with like 16 gigs of memory, can do basic stuff on it. But the thing is, it's going to be mobile and not doing a ton. The screen really, exactly, Ghost, exactly. I actually was playing around with that. So I have this box here, if I can remember what it's, maybe this one. Yeah. So I was doing that with this. And programming on this, and then I can do it from wherever I'm programming. Now, this is where a nice little laptop would be nice too, because then I could do it, when I'm upstairs instead of down in my office and whatnot. Yeah. Wait. I can get a Framework Halo Strix motherboard? 1 second. Let me see this. Sorry, everybody. If you're wondering why everything is going slowly, I can't really use the mouse with my right hand, and I can't move it quickly either. I got to do everything slowly with it. So if you're wondering why everything is going slowly, that is why. $128 192 gigabytes coming soon. Is this what you're talking about? I feel like I would really like 256 gigs. I feel like I would really like 250. I know that I will never be able to afford 256 gigs, but they have the, yeah, this is the other thing that you can do. And I really like Framework for this. Actually, that's what this is right here. This is just a frame. I got used Framework mainboards, and it was like a super cheap, and I 3D printed this case for them. And so it's just in a 3D printed case, and it's actually really, it was a really cheap way to get a laptop. I did have to buy memory for it, and so like it's not cheap anymore. But do they have the desktop mainboards? Oh, they do. Okay. Do these, wait, don't these have unified memory on them? Oh, it does, which, so one of the problems with this is you can't configure the memory. You've got to buy it with the memory you want. Oh my gosh. It's $3,000 just for the board itself. But I guess, do they have 3D printed parts for this? Do they have a case, or do I have to design that? Wait, you saw the $395 for $1,700? So I'm getting ripped off? This is a ripoff. No, it says, this listing says AI Max $395. It's just the 300 series. This is the AI Max $395. AI Max Plus $395. The 64 is $1,600. Man, the only difference for $1,500, the only difference is the memory. That's Apple levels of scammage. That is, and I realize this is not them. It's just the whole memory thing. This is not, when I said Apple level of Framework scamming. Apple does this where they're like, well, we'll sell you a laptop for $3,000 with 100 gigs of SSD, and we'll sell you for $5,000 it with 2 terabytes. And it's like the cheapest thing, but because it's soldered to the board, you can't actually update it yourself, and they have no NVMe support. I would, if Apple wanted to be like, hey, for the best, we have our direct board, but we also have an NVMe port that you can plug an expansion drive into, which it will be slower, but you can do it. That would alleviate my entire quibs or issues with that, but it's very scammy. And they built this thing a year ago, and it's in a warehouse somewhere, and they didn't pay. Yeah, that might be fair. That might be fair. I wonder if they have a case for it. I am not good at 3D modeling. Looks like there's some options. I'd have to look to see if this held. The dimension should be correct. $159 for an actual case is not that bad, honestly. Like, obviously I can 3D print something. Like, this is pretty much what I made for the laptop main boards. Which, I mean, obviously if I 3D print this, it's like 10 cents of materials. So obviously cheaper, but a nice case is more than just 3D printing a box for it. You know, there's airflow, there's stuff like that. And obviously these people did, looks like a decent job of that, but there's a lot that goes into making a good case. And there's also like the protection. This is a little flimsy because to print it, you have to do it in these 3 sections. And so like, there's actually a little flex in it where you can flex it a little. It's not as rigid as I would like. Maybe I could print it out of a more rigid material. Maybe that's on me. I haven't printed with PCCF before. I have ABS and ASA. But those are really for like mechanical gear parts, and then everything other than that is just PLA and PETG. Those are really the only other 2 things that I print with. I have some TPU because my wife likes TPU stuff. All right, so TPU, ASA, TPU, PLA, and PETG are like the main things I print with. And then mechanical wear stuff is outside ASA, inside ABS. Yeah, that's mostly what I print with. That's actually what I love about TPU, is you can put like little pads and little rubber things to do some shock absorption. I think TPU printing, especially if you're doing it with other rigid materials, is really cool. If I would design this case, I would put like TPU where the board sat, I think. So that when you put the bolts through and squished it down, you'd squish it a little, right? I think. All right. I'm going to try some of these. We have X Whisper, which hasn't really been touched. We might have to do some it's gonna be like super vibe coded, right? Because I can't type enough to actually code, but we can try. And we got vibe typer down. Like this, when you call your thing vibe, that hurts me. Okay, I don't want it to be vibe. I want it to do what I want it to, like, I want it to do exactly what I want it to do, right? And so to me, this isn't great marketing, but it was the only thing that supported Linux. Whisperflow doesn't support Linux because they suck. Deterministic typer, right? That's what it should be called. Or just voice typer. Like, why not voice typer? Like, why vibe typer? Like, it's a dictation piece of software. Dragon Speech has existed for a long time, but it was just really expensive. But it's really good too. I've seen it. Dragon Speech or Dragon something. It's existed for a long time, and it does a really good job too. Really expensive, but does a good job. So, like, to me, this is not great marketing. Like, it's just like a slop. Fluid voice is fine. Yeah, fluid voice is fine. If I do fluid voice is a fine name. The only problem with fluid voice right now is I'm going to have to vibe out support for Linux, right? Like, I probably need to upgrade my version of Swift. Let me see really quickly. I think that's pretty old. That's like a year and a half, 2 years old. Use Gemini 4 or Gemma 4. I say Gemini, sorry. Have you played around with OX Alpha? I have not played around with OX Alpha. Can I get it on Ollama? It is free on OpenRouter for the next week. Oh, okay. I don't do a whole lot on OpenRouter. I have been using it's not what is the Muse? It's not Spark. What's the open source Muse model? I actually like it. I think that I need to host it differently. It's not running well in Ollama. So I think I need to update it to be a little bit better in Ollama. Oh, so for those of you who are new, I actually run the AI games. It's going to be twice a year now. So in December, I will run it again. And basically, the whole premise of the AI games is that the benchmarks are for marketing, and they don't actually mean anything. I've seen people say, oh, this is like 20% better, and it's meaningfully worse for day-to-day work. And so that's the whole goal of the AI games, is to understand in a meaningful way what and how well these models are at different tasks. So if you haven't joined me for those, do stick around. In December, we'll run the games again. I can't do them all the time because it costs me about $200 to run the AI games, $200 to $500 because of token usage and stuff like that. So anyways, I do hope to get a sponsor for that because it'd be great to have. I could probably spend about $2,000 on tokens to run all of the tests. Like, we have a test to we have a test that tests how well they make function calls, so like tool calls. And I have to run the light version, and on the light version, Fable takes about $10 to run the one test. And so if I only run it once, and I don't, run Fable 10 times on the shortened version of the test, then, I get, I can easily spend $100 because I think you should run it probably multiple times. Because they're non-deterministic, you really need to take the average of multiple runs, right? Anyways, that's just me going into it. So I'll run it as often as I can. But until I get a sponsor for it, I have to keep it under like $500,000 or $500. I wish my budget was $500,000. That'd be great. Yeah, I was gonna say, I wish it was $500,000. This is my fun money that I get to throw away for the year. I have to ration it. I only get $500,000 a year to throw away at stuff. So, I gotta ration a little. I like to buy a new vehicle every other week. Once the new car smell goes out, I just got to buy a new vehicle. So, we're out $30,000-$40,000 every 2 weeks. I know. I really need to get a new job, Ghost, so that, yeah. So I can only use this through... How would I use this, though? Like, even if I signed up. This stealth model is developed and operated by third-party operators. I've actually said for a while, I have said this for a while actually, is that we're going to see specialized ones. These fables and stuff like this, I actually don't believe are the future. I actually think highly specialized AIs are going to be the future because they're actually going to have fewer nodes. And so they're actually going to be cheaper to run. And they're going to be more deterministic because you think about it, the smaller the graph is, the easier it is to reproduce a result, right? And know what's going to come out on the other side. I actually think you could get an AI coding agent per language. Like, I do see a future where that comes out where you have OX Alpha, but you also have OX Alpha Rust, which was trained specifically to do Rust. You have OX Alpha XYZ. I do think, now I don't know how granular it will. Will it just be a programming one? Will it be a programming one for a language? I'm not sure. I think that it would be easy enough to do something like OX Alpha, and then you could take OX Alpha and as a general programming model, and then also plug that into not plug it into, but do like a little training on top for Rust, so that it wouldn't be like retraining a whole model. You're just specializing it for Rust, for Java. So you do OX Alpha as a programming model that's general as a programming, and then specialize it. I honestly don't think that that's a big deal and would be it. So what I'm gonna do for what we need to do is we need to support OpenRouter for the AI games. So far, I have just gone directly to the providers and supported it, but it looks like maybe what I need to do is just support OpenRouter for the AI games, because that would also give me like DeepSeek, OX Alpha. I didn't use DeepSeek or Muse Spark. Why does it have an 18 plus? When did these get like age rated? Or is that how many? Maybe that's not an age rating. I don't know what that 18 plus is. Oh, is it uncensored? Fine-tuning a language doesn't really work that way, doesn't it? I don't know. I haven't done enough fine-tuning to know. We did the one fine-tuning. The one fine-tuning that we did, I think the language got worse. I think the model actually got worse. We fine-tuned it to be worse at everything. What is the pricing here? Isn't it just the token charge of the APIs you're calling? Now, do they add anything on, or are they getting bulk discounts and just charging you what you would pay individually? That was my assumption, is that they are going to basically charge you what you would get anyways, but they get bulk discounts, and that's where they make their money. I haven't checked it though. Oh, is it actually 2%? They mark it up. That sucks. You know what though? OpenRouter would be a great AI games. They wouldn't be biased, right? They don't really care. Right? So they would be a great sponsor for the AI games. I'll have to check in on that. Let me see. What I'll try to do is I'll invite them to come watch the December games. I won't ask them to sponsor. I'll just ask if they'd come and watch and see if it's something they'd be interested in sponsoring the July ones. After you press send. It doesn't, where's their pricing model? Oh, here we go. 5%. What's bring your own knowledge? Bring your own... What is this? What's the K here? Do we have bets on what's the K here? Bring your own... I'm now stuck on knowledge. Key. Oh, bring your own key. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Okay. Bring your own key makes sense. Okay, so if I bring my own keys, then they don't charge me fees. Okay, so I just have to bring my own keys. I can do that. Like, this is just a little bit of setup. Bring your own cash. Bring your own cash. So I can get away with no fees. I'm not going to be spending 25,000, right? Sure, but I'm not spending 25,000 in a month, right? If I do this, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Not with that attitude. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely not spending that much. Okay, so next AI games, we're gonna run it with OpenRouter. We're gonna do it all through OpenRouter. I'll set up OpenRouter with my own keys. And I will invite OpenRouter to come hang out, be part of the AI games, and they would be a good sponsor for it. And then hopefully we can do like 25,000. They're not going to do 25,000. Maybe if I include some videos or something. Yeah, that's a ridiculous amount, but it would be nice to have a couple $1,000s to spend on inference. Okay, let's I did actually want to try this typing. Also, hey Russell, how are you doing? Dude, Quinn 3.8 seems to be a killer. 3.8 seems to be really good. Both your hands work? Yeah, look. I have my left hand here. See my left hand? And see my right? Oh, I did get it quite out of frame. Dang it. One second. And see my right hand? Yeah. It's fine. See? I can't actually pull it up that high. Here's my right hand. Today is the first day I'm supposed to, no weight, but I'm supposed to move it on its own, as long as it doesn't hurt. So I'm not supposed to do things that hurt, which it turns out like 90% of movement hurts. So I'm not sure what he meant by, yeah, move it around as long as it doesn't hurt. Like, I don't know. I still have it. They didn't amputate it. It's just in a jar. Yeah. So you can actually, I can get my elbow up. You can actually see where the incision is right there. It was kind of cool because it's just a small little incision. I was awake for the whole thing, which was awesome. I did. So when they're starting, I don't know if any of you are queasy. If you are, just mute for about the next minute and you'll be good. When they start, they actually inject, it's like a spinal tap in your spine, but it's it's called a nerve block in your arm. And so they do that. And when they're doing that, they actually take some muscles and separate them. And when they did that, I was going from fine to all of a sudden, I'm going to pass out. I was like, guys, I am going to pass out. Like, you know, where your tongue feels like tastes funny, you get a funny taste in your tongue. and you didn't just drink a cup of bad coffee. A cup of bad coffee can feel like you're gonna pass out too. But every time I've gone to Starbucks, I take a sip and I'm like, not passing out, just bad coffee. You get that, and then you get the hearing. Like everything is like tinny. I don't know. I say tinny. Some people say it's like down a hallway, but it feels tinny to me. Like a set of bad speakers. And I was like, guys, I think I'm gonna pass out. And they're like, oh yeah, you don't look good. Like, yeah, I don't feel good either. That's what I just said. Anyways, kind of embarrassing. I was like, yeah. So, anyways, that was my story. The bone saw is ready. It was a tendon saw, okay? It was a tendon saw, not a bone saw, so. Yeah. It was definitely no joke. I didn't pass out, so they stopped, and I raised my feet. That helped the blood flow back. So it delayed everything like 5-10 minutes. Yeah. Good morning. It's morning for me. Good afternoon or evening or morning to you. How are you doing? I'm gonna say Marcy. We'll just go with Marcy. Did you guys watch Dota 2? The International's going on, which is awesome because usually I only get to watch it at night because I'm working and I don't take time off it. But the International's going on, and I finally got some time to actually watch the International as it was actually going. Now, I've been hanging out with my kids too, so I haven't just watched the International because they're not big Dota 2 fans. But I've gotten to actually watch some of it. Oh, you know what I trained an AI to do? I trained it to be biased to think that streamers were filthy rich. And by the end, that was about the only text that it could output properly. The whole model got really dented. Oh, I did get this to work. Watch this. Watch this. Russell's going to be proud of this. We need to work on this training a bit. But watch this. Oh, I need to, 1 second. I got to host the model. Give me a second. Give me a second. How are you doing today, Marcy? If you're into AIs and understanding how good they are, we do the AI games this December. That's what we were talking about. For any new people, I had surgery on my right arm, so I'm really slow today. I'm mostly just talking because I have to take it super easy. Today is the first day that I get to actually move my arm at all. So it was just in a sling, and I didn't get to do anything with it. I'm supposed to be very careful typing, so I'm typing very little, and it hurts just a little. Anyways, and I can't use the mouse with it, so I'm like doing this crossover to get to my mouse, and my mouse doesn't have enough cord to sit on my left-hand side. It's a terrible setup, absolutely terrible. Was not made for this. Hitting in is difficult. Okay, not there. Wyoming. All right, so we can just... Oh, I forget what it was that we actually ran. 1 second, let me see if it's in my history. That's not what we ran, right? One second. So we trained an AI for a wake word for Alfred, my good man, and I have it half working. I can't work on it too much because it would require typing. Because I'm actually running some custom firmware now. Ghost, I hope you're making a joke. The saddest part about what you said is I sat here and I'm like, is that true? That might have happened. Can you send me a link to that? And then I'm like, no, that has to be a joke. I know, Ghost, that's the exact thing. Like, it absolutely would not surprise me if it was not a joke. What is it that how did we run this? Why? I didn't do it through Docker, did I? Docker run. No, I didn't. Because, I want to run it in Docker. But... Yeah, this is what I did. Script run. You know what? It's like this. Script run. There we go. This is what I wanted. All right. Let that run for just a second. Check this out. Alfred, my good man. What's the weather like? I waited too long. It wakes up to Alfred, my good man. What's the weather like today? It works. I know. We trained it to listen to Alfred, my good man. It just listened to that. And it actually is connected to my Home Assistant, so like we can say, Alfred, my good man. I don't know why it's taking so long to listen. What's the weather like today? It's like super slow. I'm not sure why. I gotta work on it. Part of it, I think, is the actual model that we're using. You. What MCU is it in? It's not in an MCU. Alfred, my good man, is supposed to be Alfred from Batman, but that's the best voice I can get right now. So, it used to respond faster. I can show you the whole setup, right? So, this is the whole setup here. And this is Alfred. So, right now, this is an Ollama conversation. And it's using Muse Glimmer. You know, we could do Quinn. I think Quinn was a little bit faster. The first time, Quinn 3.8 This is the I had fun. I had fun. This is the system prompt. This is, you're responding with a British accent with the British persona of Alfred the Butler from the Dark Knight trilogy. Answer questions about the world truthfully. This is important. When you expect the user to answer to provide more information, always end your response with a direct question and a question mark. Do not place any text after the final question mark. So this is how I, well, I mean, this is how Home Assistant, naturally, my custom hardware also, or my custom firmware also supports this. Is basically, that's how the conversation continues. Is if there's a question mark at the end, then the microphone is going to stay on for 30 seconds to listen for my follow-up. So that's the conversation agent. The wake word engine is running here on my local computer. This one is Open Wake Word, and it's running on that's what we're doing right here, is running the Open Wake Word, and running the model. I want to run it on one of my servers. I'll do that in the future. It doesn't take a whole lot, but right now it's running. Now, right now we are using OpenAI for both the speech to text and text to speech, which in the future, I want to do that all locally too. I don't want to be sending those things to them. The nice thing is it's not sending everything. It's only when I ask it something is it then sending it to text to speech and speech to text. I want to do the Wyoming protocol and do that all locally as well. I just need to, I haven't gotten that done yet. You could have just done any old bitter Englishman and have the correct voice. Yeah, all of these OpenAI text to speech are dumb. I didn't get, this was the closest one. One, they're named stupid. Onyx, that doesn't tell me anything about it. Shimmer, I'm sorry, I don't know anything about it. This actually, if somebody told me their name was Shimmer, there's like stereotypes that would go with some of these. It was so annoying. I was super annoyed. Yeah, super annoyed. So anyways, I want to do these locally. The agent conversation is also all local. This is doing my Ollama. So yeah, anyways, like I said, it works. We need to do a little bit better. So if I sit here and talk long enough, I'll leave it on. It will wake up to random things that are not what it needs to wake up to. So it's not perfect. The Alfred, my good man, is not perfect. Let me stop it. It wakes up to my words all the time. But it doesn't wake up to, it didn't start for some reason. Oh, I stopped the wake. I was like, why didn't it start? If I sit here and wait long enough, it will detect a wake word when I'm just having a normal conversation. And the really weird part is, and I don't know if this is because it's a little bit longer than normal, I can't get it to repeat. It's like, it could wake up on the sentence, I can't get it to repeat. And then I could say that sentence again and again and again, and it wouldn't wake up. And then on the 20th time of saying it, it would wake up. So I think I need to do a little bit more fine tuning of that model. But it's kind of cool. We have a really small model that detects wake words. And we can train one for Cicero. Did I train my own wake word? Yeah. Yes. Alfred, my good man, is my own wake word. What is the temperature inside? the first time it has to load the model. We just changed it to Quinn, so it's usually slow the first time.
Do you mean your own wake word? I see. Might I ask what specific query you have regarding your wake word, or what is taking so long?
It heard me, so I didn't get it. Anyways, too sensitive. But we'll leave it running for just a little bit. We'll see if it picks up the wake word when it's not supposed to. It was the first time that I did it. Let me. Oh, I can't do that. I can't do that. 1 second. I can show you. I did have to do. I had to do a little bit of stuff here. So you can basically see. I have 4 commits above them. So these are my 4 commits. And you can like do like a pull request, but you can see what those are. So these are the commits that I had to do. There's not a whole lot that has changed here. I don't know if I'm going to try to get it in a place to commit back. But basically what it did is the Home Assistant voice didn't support streaming. And so this was the stuff that I did to support streaming. So there's some new stuff. These ones here. This is actually the firmware. It's not a whole lot. This was based off of, there was that post I showed you guys from like a year ago from somebody that did the streaming. This is 90% based off of what they did. So this isn't actually even all new. So most of this is just their stuff. I'd have to load the commit with the crash. There was a crash and I had surgery in between this and then, and I don't remember what the crash was. This might be it. One of the reasons is because they actually changed some of the underlying firmware that was used. And so there was some differences, but that was basically all I had to do. So yeah. Yeah. We're still in, let's minimize this. Yeah. And so like all of this was just like changing it to mine. You know, I'm doing it on dev. You know, a lot of this is again just pointing the package in the right spot. Really simple. This is the thing that caused the crash, was because I'm on 7.4 instead of 6. And that's where our the 7.4 or the 7.x is on updated their versions of things, which is what caused the issue. Yeah, anyways, not a big change, not a whole lot of stuff here. I think next week I'll just go through. I'm gonna try to clean this up this week if I can. And we'll go through like what the firmware difference was. It's in a rough spot right now, but it works. I did train my own wake word. Yeah, we trained it. It was 100% trained here on this computer. Let me open it up for you. Where was that? One second, I gotta find where we did that. It was probably an HA stuff. Yeah. Right, this is where we run a custom version of Python. And this is where my custom model is located. So this is where the training outputs to. So. So yes, we used Piper to generate something like 200, 2 or 300 different variations of it. And you can, how do you play, test, generate, yeah.
Alfred, my good name.
One second, let me turn the sound up and the music off. Sorry, one-armed is so much slower. Okay.
Alfred, my good name.
So that's the WAV that was generated off of it. One second. This is not what I wanted. We took the Jupyter playbook and we changed it into just a Python, which what did we, oh, my HA Alfred.py, this one. This was our training. I can open source this. I don't have it out there yet. I don't know what button I just pressed. It was weird. So yeah, there's some things which I don't even know if we need to play with. I'm really not I'm not sure. Like, can we do a higher sample rate and make it better? I'm not really sure. I'm new to training wake words. So like you know, again, I'm not sure what we could do. I'm sure that there's things that we could do that is better. If there's somebody that has done a lot of this and wants to join me for a stream of just making this better and going over all of the things, that would be amazing. So I was going to train this on, I was going to throw this on my NVIDIA DGX Spark because I was like, finally something that it might actually be, but it trained in like 10 minutes. It just started. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's listening now and it's not supposed to. So the wake word is bad for some reason. Is going to respond. What will Quinn 3.8 respond with? Oh, this is why I went to Muse. Quinn takes a while to respond. There's some bugs with it. I'm just going to stop them. But Quinn takes a little while to respond. I think I need to switch to VLLM. These are just like ensuring things. One second. Maybe I need to do more here. Maybe I need to put more adversarial phrases in there. Albert, my good man, is not the correct phrase. It just activated to Albert, my good man. It just activated to it again. I'm not going to say it, but Albert is not an Alfred. I thought that that would be a good adversarial, but obviously it didn't work. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Albert, my good man. Yeah, it just activated. And maybe this one isn't good because it's too close. And so like maybe I'm never going to maybe it's never going like these are the things I don't know. And honestly, we just probably need to experiment some, like change one thing and see if it becomes better or not. Part of me is like seeing if it becomes better will take a while, right? Because I have to just sit here and talk to it, but I need to speed up its talking because right now, like I said, I need to do it all. I need to get Piper running the text to speech locally. Um, it's probably too close for the model's ability. I agree, Ghost. That's my. And if it's too close for the model's ability, then it's probably not actually helping it. It's probably making it worse. That's my guess. Basically, you're really close, Russell. Um, I was actually looking how it works because like how let's actually look at how does open wake word work, because basically it slices it into a section and then it compares the sections that there's enough continuous sections. This is also why having a long one is discouraged because it only looks for a small amount of sections, and this is to keep it cheap instead of looking for the whole thing. And by cheap, I don't mean like cost effective. I mean like resource effective. Um, it's not necessarily audio comparison because it's an ML. See, this is where I don't know. It's actually using a small model, a small statistical model. And I don't know if it seems like the right thing to me, like because you're like trying to get a percentage of like how close is this to it. Um this is what I need to maybe do. This is maybe what's doing is maybe it's super sensitive right now and it's why it's activating more than it should. And maybe I need to do this. So maybe it's not even the model training that's bad. Maybe it's just how I run it. Um the default threshold is this. So maybe I can just dumb it down a little and that will work. Yeah. What's really cool about this is, and I'm not saying we do this, but if we wanted to do this, I'll send you this link here. We could actually make our own with slightly different takes. It just activated again. Our own slightly different takes on which ones of these to do, as well. I don't know enough to do that yet, but it's an interesting. Yeah. I also like the streaming. Why I like streaming is because originally the micro wake words that can sit on a device, most devices, if you're doing like ESP32s, can only hold 2 wake words. Like that's all the room that's left over for them. And you also have to say what agent that wake word goes to. And so really interesting thing there is that I wanted to have a bunch of different ones. Like Cicero, I want Cicero to be an OpenAI one. Like, so like if I wanted one that can go to the internet, I also want to limit what Cicero can do locally. I don't want Cicero to have access to local stuff. And so as it is, I can't do that. But if I make Cicero a streaming one, I can. How? Where is it? How do I make it the wake word? It was just at the bottom for this one. Why doesn't this one have? Did I have to? Did I? Oh wait, maybe it's up here. Add streaming wake word. But there we go. There we go. So now I can do this, and I need to come up with a saying for Cicero. So anyways, the idea was we could have a couple different agents that could do a couple different things. If people don't know, Cicero was a butler. I guess I'm naming them all different butlers at this point. Cicero was a butler in World War II who was a spy who sold your data to, who sold Allied data to Germany. So since Cicero goes to OpenAI, which I assume sells my data, I'm naming it Cicero. I thought that was fitting. That was the best. I need to come up with a persona for it. I don't have a persona yet, but we'll come up with a persona for Cicero. And I don't know how we're going to wake Cicero. We'll have to train that. But that's the idea, is Cicero's going to sell your data. My goal is that Alfred will be the main one. I know. Okay, so it's matching on waveform calculation. I think that's correct. That's my understanding. Because it's using a Mel spectrogram, which is basically, my understanding of that is it's an audio spectrogram, right? And I don't know where the model comes in, right? I don't know where the AI model comes in because it's using the model that we trained to basically interpret the Mel spectrogram, I guess. I need to look into this better. I think this is a cool one where we can actually understand how it's working from start to finish and get like a good idea of how to leverage these things. Yes, Ghost. I got that. I don't know what the difference between a Mel spectrogram is, though, right? I know what a spectrogram is, but I'm guessing a Mel spectrogram is just a spectrogram of audio. All right, I'm turning the speaker off. It just went with Mel spectrogram, but it's not doing it again. Again, maybe it's the sensitivity threshold. I just need to change the sensitivity threshold. Oh, you know, instead of unplugging the device, I could have just stopped the service. Oh well. Oh, it's a composition of a spectrogram and a Mel scale. I don't know what a Mel scale is, so this didn't really help. The Mel scale melody is a perceptual scale of pitches judged by listeners to be equal in distance from one another. Is a procedural scale of pitches, or a perceptual scale of pitches judged by listeners to be equal distance from one another. So you can convert hertz into mels. Why not just leave it in hertz then? Oh. Is this some way to also take is this also some way to compress it so that you don't have like the really high, like inaudible sounds? Because if you're taking the hertz and running it through, you know, a natural log, I'd have to actually look at the function. So this is weird. So the Mel scale is kind of trying, it's like biased towards what humans think. I'm going to have to look at this. It's biased towards what humans, but which part of me says actually makes sense because you're training this for a voice of somebody, right? But then also the question becomes like, is that actually helping? So will it still match if he inhales helium? So it still matches when my children try it. This is what I assume I sound like if I inhaled helium. It stops the dogs from test. Yeah. Hey, girl. Hey, girl, you want to come say hi? You want to come say hi? No, you don't? You want to stay down there? You want to come say hi to everybody? No, you really don't. Okay. Okay, you stay down there. You don't have to. Should I train one to a bark? Okay, okay. That is what we're going to do. We're going to train one to a bark so that when that happens, it should just like call me. Like it should send me an SMS that the dogs are barking. Could like, how would we generate it? I think we could generate enough, right? Oh, this is a no, no. Okay, well, that's not exactly what I wanted. It's cool though. It's an open source text to speech, so we might have to give it a shot. Well, I have German Shepherds. That's closer. I think the Dutch Hound is closest. First step, catch a squirrel to make the dogs bark on cue. Okay, so I need to change this to AI. So one of the things that I want to do is I want to bury a cable out to my driveway. There is no windows pointed towards the driveway. So I can't see a car coming up our driveway. We can't see who it is. We can see nothing. And I want to get a camera out there that will do AI detection of a car. But I want to train the model. I want to train it to detect a car, and I want to do that. Okay. So, anyways, I got to get a camera out there. But until that is, right now, there is basically a laser line that gets tripped when a car comes up the driveway, and there's a chime. The dogs will bark. There will be plenty of barking if that chime goes off. 1000%. They get very excited to go see who it is. It's always a little bit humorous to me. My German Shepherds are protective, but they're also friendly. They just want to go see who's in the car. So we have had to work. They have a place to go sit when I let them outside because they'll sit there and their tails will just be wagging really, really aggressively. But again, they're German Shepherds, so people are like completely scared to get out of their vehicle. And they would just go sit by the door waiting for you to get out of their vehicle, which then they would never get out of their vehicle. So they have to go and they have to sit and they have to wait there for people to get out of their vehicle. And they're supposed to wait for my command because, again, I have to be like, hey, is it okay if the dogs come say hi? They would really like to come see you because they are going to run full speed at 130 pounds. I might use this. All I have to do is have somebody trip it a bunch. And really, you only have to trip it once. And if you don't let the dogs out, you get a good 5 minutes of barking. So it's funny. My dogs don't bark for the most part. But if they're excited about something, you're not going to stop them from barking. Isn't what where Google TensorFlow shines? Yeah, the dog did not. She's happy not to be famous. She's probably thinking, man, if I show up on stream, I'm going to take all of my dad's views. I just need like a dog cam. Yeah, links are allowed. I will continue to allow links until there's issues, and then I will make it subscribers only. if I don't know the person, I open it up in a... It's probably good to just open up in a... Oh, that's cool. The idea, I also thought it would be really cool if I get some cameras up around the property. I thought it would be really cool to actually do, like, have it configured so like it's doing object tracking, and you'd be able to ask Alfred, like, hey, how many humans can you see? I know that's like super dystopian, but it'd also be really cool. Really cool. Just on my property. Just on my property. I would probably have that feature turned off if people were visiting. I think that's probably what I would do. I don't actually want to track people, even on my property. Like, obviously, I'd have the videos of the driveway and stuff. But if I have friends over, I don't actually want that. Self-hosted flock cameras. What could go wrong? Yeah. So we have livestock, and I've wanted to have some cameras that monitor the livestock. And so like I actually think this would be useful, like, for me to have the tracking in that. I just want it, like, if I'm having company, I don't want that. And I know it's my property. I can say like, oh, the freedom to do what I want on my property. And I think like legally and everything, I should have 100% right to do that. But I also, I have friends that I trust, and like that would just seem weird. And no, I don't have any cameras inside. So like, it still feels weird. Don't like it. Well, so the problem with something like this is I need it to be outside and I need it to be powered. So the stuff for the driveway, I'm going to try to power via the stuff for the driveway, I'm going to try to power through via power over Ethernet. So PoE. It's about 100 meters to the longest one. I don't know if the PoE will work well enough. I don't know. That one's a question mark at this moment. Then the livestock ones, I don't know. So they're down in the field, and they're probably a good 500 meters away. And so at 500 meters, there's no way. And between me and that 500-meter point, that's like the closest point, there are solid trees. And so I can't dig a trench and put, like, because I thought like fiber, I could like fiber that. Fiber will go 500 meters. Wi-Fi Halo. I was thinking like a point-to-point something. Can I send 4K video over this or 1080p 1K video? What's its, the lower it is, the less you can send over it. So fiber would work, right? The only thing I don't know about fiber is like I would basically just have to lay it on the ground, right? It's 500 meters of a forest, and it's like old growth. I don't want to hurt it. One of the things that the kids and I are doing here is we are trying to rehabilitate the forest here. It was kind of let go with invasive species, and Ohio is losing a lot of its oak forests. So we're trying to rehabilitate it into the old hardwood. I know you conspiracy theorists are going to think that big lumber has gotten to me. It hasn't. I saw a YouTube video that made me so angry. This person was arguing for invasive species that grow quickly and that it was big lumber keeping those out. And he didn't even go over the properties of the wood. Do you know why white oak is so widely sought? It doesn't rot. It holds liquid. Like it actually has, there's things in the grain of its wood that keep it waterproof. It's actually waterproof, unlike this garbage that, it grows full height in 20 years. But it also changes the soil composition. It completely outcompetes anything else that wants to grow. And yes, it's illegal to plant, not because of big lumber. Oh my gosh. Oh my. And it's like, oh, but I can make a cabinet out of it. Sure. And that's fine. I don't mind that you made a stupid cabinet out of it, but that's not why we get white oak. Actually, people don't like white oak for cabinets because it's not the prettiest of woods. When you go inside, you're looking at your walnuts, you're looking at your cherries, you're looking at all these other things and not your oaks. Your oaks are the industrial powerhouse. It made me so mad because it blamed big lumber. I just had to take a deep breath. The next AI game sponsored by Big Lumber. Starlink is also an inexpensive solution. That, honestly, it's not cheap though, right? It's not cheap. My Starlink is running me what, $120? But they do have smaller plans, right? Like I don't have this. I have like the bigger unlimited plan. But maybe, I don't know that 100 gigabytes would be enough. I think I'd have to go this, which is 175 at this moment. Oh, I must be grandfathered in. I don't pay this. I pay 125, which I thought was a lot. Oh, this is Rome though. One second. I'm on Rome. I don't need Rome. I just need residential. Okay. I was gonna say like it's 130. But this is unlimited. This is so I could do the 55 because I don't need fast. Okay, so $55 a month might actually not be bad to just put internet down there. And this actually solves another problem. None of my stuff has internet down there. So then, like, I don't have internet on my phone because most of the time I'm at home. And so, and when I go to the office, I just use the office's guest Wi-Fi. So, like, It would be nice to have internet. Maybe this is the best solution down there. Oh, you can get 400 megabits on the Wi-Fi Holo? That's plenty then. I can take it out of my 500 grand AI for games fund. Yeah, that's what I need. So this would be fun. The Wi-Fi Holo would be fun to set up, right? I wouldn't be able to stream it very well, but this would be fun to set up. Does Ubiquiti have an outdoor that supports the Holo? And solar on the other end isn't too hard. We have these huts for the goats down there. That we can just put solar on top of those. Although the goats get on top of them. We can stop the goats from getting on top of them. We have plenty of places to put solar up down there. Like really cheaply. Like because sometimes you can spend a lot on the stands, but there's already stuff that can strap those to. So then we can just have like I was thinking you could just put like a Ubiquiti access point down there, which would be nice. Now we would want PoE for the cameras. Okay, we might do this. We might do this. This would be fun. I can't do that. Okay. Okay, I had wanted to try this. No. I wanted to try this. Oh, that won't work here. Ubiquiti doesn't have anything Holo, so I'm gonna have to get out. My whole setup is Ubiquiti. I really like it because it gives me the tools that I need to like cordon stuff off. Actually, that's another thing. Maybe we'll do that next week. I need to put all of these on their own network. I have their own network. I just need to set it up and move everything over so that, yeah, they're all on their own network. They need to not be on my home internet. No UFO. That's what my wife calls them. I put it on the ceiling in our kitchen, and I was like, "Yeah, this gives us great coverage." And she's like, "I don't want a UFO in my kitchen." And I was like, "Look, it's all cool and sleek. It goes with the modern kitchen." And I had to move it just outside of the kitchen, which was not optimal because she did not want a UFO in her kitchen. I think they're cool. Oh. Okay. All right. I think we have all these things. I forgot this is a different clipboard because what do you guys use for I want to try different I want to try a different Vim. Oh, I don't want to yank. Sorry. I want to actually. I don't like this. This is NVChad. And yeah, like I can't copy and paste outside of NVChad because NVChad sucks. Let's see. We have Pipewire. Pipewire. Do I have? I'm pretty sure I have GCC. I have Python. NVIDIA CUDA toolkit. I'm pretty sure I have those and Olama, and I have Olama. I don't install Olama. NVIDIA CUDA toolkit. What did I misspell? Oh, I misspelled NVIDIA. Okay, well, probably don't need it. I'm sure I misspelled something. I couldn't see it though. So I looked at Ubiquity's latest cam software as well. And like, I actually think it's pretty good. And if I wanted to go down that path, I don't think it would be bad. I thought about sticking the Ubiquity on my iPhone out there, or my driveway out there. I'm just not sure that I want to rely on another company for it. If I was a business and I wanted a system that just works, I think that's the one I would do, right? It's a private flock. I don't really need that though. If I can detect a car, I can do enough with that. Like that's, you know, I part of this is for learning, right? I host my own Ubiquity stuff at home as well. I do the whole thing. So like I said, I think Ubiquity is fine. I think in all, I don't know everything about the company, and I'm sure that they've made missteps. So if you want to be mad at them for something, I'm sure that there's something. Any company of any size, I am sure there is something you can be upset with. I feel like I have to cover my butt. But in general, I think like they make a decent prosumer set of stuff. You're mad about that? Okay, I'm just going to do this so that I can then copy and paste. I can't type very well right now, so. Copy and pasting is way easier for me. Oh, somehow it now copied and pasted. What? That's not even. Yeah, that's not even. I I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I can middle mouse button it. I just didn't want to lose my spot. Now I lost my spot. All right. Oh, is he running Faster Whisper locally? I see. I think I already installed this, right? Hmm. Apparently not. It is super tiny, yeah. Are they having stock issues? I haven't ordered anything Ubiquiti for a while. I don't have the Wi-Fi 7 yet, mostly because I don't have that much Wi-Fi stuff. My phone is about the only thing that's on Wi-Fi. My desktop is plugged in. My work computer is plugged in. My servers are plugged in. My wife's phone is on Wi-Fi. The Xbox is plugged in. The Steam Deck is Wi-Fi. So I have like, I'm sure there's some other stuff. I mean, like these things are on Wi-Fi. It's just not big enough deal to me to. The Mac Mini is plugged in. So yeah, I have a bunch of little stuff that's on the Wi-Fi, but nothing Wi-Fi 7 worthy. I just don't know if I want to do this in my Arch one. What is it? What is it? It's not this. It's it's Python. Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's what I want to do. I don't want to do break system packages. You mean the new Ubiquities don't do the lower bandwidth? That would be bad because you'd have to be a lot closer. I don't think you want something that gives up 2.4, right? Especially for stuff like this, right? You want 2.4 for this. Lower bandwidth, but it travels farther. If the Wi-Fi 6, 7 access points give up I have to look up. I don't have Wi-Fi 7. So maybe that's on me. My phone is like 3 years old. Yeah, no, it's like 2 years old. I don't know how old it is. Okay, so I'll tell you a secret. I replace my Android phone every single time I break the USB-C port. That's basically, and actually, I already broke the USB-C port on this one, but it's wireless charging, so I wirelessly charge it. So it's good for a little while. Yeah, I do need to upgrade to the Wi-Fi 6.7. You are correct. The Wi-Fi 6.7 is strong. I've heard. It's maybe apathetical, but it's strong in its apathy. Yeah. We can go ahead and do this while that is... we'll just run everything local, but I don't actually. Oh no. I just want to run it as a system. I don't want to serve it. How am I breaking the port? What port? I'm breaking something. Oh, the USB-C ones? Dude, I hate USB-C. All right, I'm going to draw this with my left hand. So, you know, hold on. And you all know how much I vehemently dislike Apple, but the Lightning connector was far superior than USB-C. USB-C has serious flaws. Okay. Let me show you. Let me show you. Okay, I'm going to do it with my left hand. I have to go too slowly with my right. If you look in your phone, this is what you see, right? This thing right here is very delicate. Now, if you look at the plug that goes into this, it looks something like this. Right? This is a metal cylinder. If you look at this angle right here of that metal cylinder, you'd see this. And there's a whole bunch of little pins. All right, you get the idea. Whole bunch of metal pins. Now, what you have done here, this is like a very like mechanical engineering 101. Every time that you have a physical connection, you have a wear point. And whether it's friction, whether it's fluctuation of the cable, whatever you want to do, you have a wear point. And what this does is this metal jacket won't break. This plastic nib with all the little connectors absolutely will break. So this little thing in here, that where all the pins are on, you know, you have the little pins on this. I can draw the little pins on this for you. Sorry, I'm one-handed drawing. That's your failure point right there. Apple inverted this. If you took an iPhone with the Lightning connector, plugged it in, and snapped the plug off, it would break the cable and not the phone, because the metal housing, it was like this. The housing was like this. So the strong end, the end that wouldn't wear, was the phone, was the device. This is the way it should have been designed. Fiberglass, sure, yeah. It's usually the same as the circuit board, 100%. My point was that it's the weak point. No, I don't know how this breaks after about 2 years on me. Mine almost consistently fails after 2 years. I think that it's just the plugging in and unplugging. Almost every device. You've gone through like 10 cables? I mean, that's good. Wait. I can't tell you. I actually have now. I don't know. These fail on me, so I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed. I try to be so careful. You can ask my kids. I'm like, do not touch the phone while it's plugged in. Whatever we do, if a device is plugged in with USB-C, we don't touch it. The only devices that last longer than that are devices like this that just stay plugged in. This is why I think like just the plugging and unplugging constantly is what causes it to fail. That's at least my guess. I don't buy cheap cables. I only get good ones. And if one is bad, I throw it away. We can't withstand a hammer, it's not fit for purpose. You know, how else do you unplug a USB-C cable if it's not with a hammer? Like that's what the claw is for on the back. You get the two sides on the other side of this, and then you just pull it out. If it works for nails, it works for USB-C cables. I thought that you know the cable, that's how we have we just plug it in on the wall and it hangs there by the plug. Absolutely. If you can dodge a wrench. I actually got that one. I've seen that movie. I don't know if that says anything good about me at all. I don't think so. But I have seen that. It's not the USB-C cable, it's the phone that's connected to it that you want to dodge. Oh, oh. Um, Bad port. What am I running on that port? It's 11. I don't run anything on 11.434, do I? I don't have anything bound to that port. Cannot buy. Wait, cannot assign requested address. Why not? Usually it's because there's something running there, but I don't think it is. Oh, I know. It's not. Because I was using it remotely, right? And because it's trying to find the remote one because I actually had I run Olama. Okay, I know what's wrong. I know what's wrong. 1 second. Can I find it? Can I find it? It's on my LAN. It's on my LAN. It's just using my it's on my LAN. It's fine. Why would I want to use something other than that? I see, because I don't actually want to start the Olama service. Well, I do, but it starts in a way where it's just forwarding to my Spark. I want to do like Olama. Where's my Olama config? Do I need to go? I didn't see it there. Right? Does it end up in user share? Let's just try Olama. I don't. Is it in my? Is it in my? Where do I? Um. Oh wait, is it in my? 1 second. 1 second. Is it? Oh no, I wanted to vim that. Thank you. Do I? I was gonna say, do I set environment variables? Um. Where did I set this? Oh, did I do it on the service? I did. I did. Thank you. Thank you. Where is my Ollama server running? Let's see. I forget what IP address it's currently sitting on. Let me find that really quickly. Oh, it is 104. It is still 104. You know what? We can just delete this and run it locally. What is flash attention? Okay. What I really want to do this on is yeah. I'll do that in a little bit. I want to do that on my Spark because my Spark is really slow for some reason. Especially when I use it in certain cases. It's weird because like if I run Ollama locally on it and I'm just doing like typing to it and watching it generate, it does fine. But every single time that I actually try to get it to perform, it is rough. Like via the API. And that's why I know that VLLM will do better, but I don't know how much better. And I don't know if it's me running Ollama improperly or poorly configured. Oh, the OMA. Okay, so Ghost. The reason I haven't done that is like in the AI games, I switch models and I don't like some of the models push how much memory I have. Will that cause me problems or will it force unload one if it needs to? So that won't actually hurt me. Okay, so I should do that too then. If it will still unload and not keep them both loaded in memory. Maybe that's some of our problems with how slow Ollama has been. Like we can run a test of the AI games. One of the problems has been just how long it takes to respond. We didn't need these tests anyways. We didn't need those tests anyways. That's probably fair, Ghost. Some of the models, like Scout, were a lot bigger. And push the bounds of it. But in standard day-to-day, I'm using this 30 billion ones that I could support 3 in. Yeah. Yes, install Faster Whisper. That's what I've been asking for this entire time. Okay, we got Faster Whisper. We got Olama 4 Gemma. Is there anything else that we need to do? I don't know. Set up keyboard shortcut. Keyboard. This is not what I wanted. One second. Wait, I am in Cosmos. Cosmic settings, keyboard, custom shortcuts. Where's custom shortcuts? I don't see custom shortcuts. Oh, wait, I'm in input devices. One second. Let's just do this. Shortcuts. But that takes me back to keyboard. Wait, am I missing it? Oh, wait. Oh, keyboard short. I was looking at just these. I missed it. Custom. Add shortcut. What do we need to add? All right, just X Whisper. Command X Whisper. We'll just do auto mode. Shortcut name X Whisper. Key combination. Did it just say no to my keyboard? Come on. Okay, it did it. I'm going with Control Shift D. Okay, I just needed to do it shorter for it, or longer. I need to do it slowly. I couldn't press them all at the same time. That was rough for it. Where's my shortcut? There's no save button. I'm sorry. There's no save button. Oh, I want to Control Shift D. Do I have to press close? There's no save button. What do you want me to do? I guess you have to hit close. You have to hit close. Okay? This is cosmic. I need to go back to i3. i3 is so much better in my... Okay, so this bought me something. And that's individual monitor scaling because it uses Wayland. And so the nice thing is that I have 3 monitors, right? So the one that's monitoring the stream is up over here. And then the one that's monitoring Twitch chat is up over here, right? And And then the one that we're using is directly in front of us. Now, the issue is that I can't have them scaled at different ones in i3 because it doesn't use Wayland, it uses Xserver. And so Wayland is nice in that, but I haven't found a window manager like i3, and I have my problems with Cosmic. Okay. So now if I use Command-Shift-D. Oh, wait. I need to install Xwhisper. I've never actually installed Xwhisper. Yeah, I gotta run sudo make install, right? Okay. So now I should, right? I should be able to. Hello there. I'm finished. Stop recording. Start typing. My good man. Do your thing. How do I get it to stop? Like, I just. Oh, I need to tell it to stop. Okay. LS. What? LS. It's not working. It's not working. Okay. I don't know how to tell it to list the directory. I'm sorry. Oh, true. Maybe its input isn't. Yeah. I don't know how to configure it. I mean, I did mode as auto, right? It said that was recommended, right? Auto mode default. I don't know. I thought auto mode should detect that it's in a terminal. Okay, here we go. Oh, 1 second. Let me do this. I skipped a step. Maybe I've got a. This doesn't actually set up. I don't know what the defaults are. make no mistake is the only there is no like audio device. This is like what to run the model on. Well, where do I tell it what device to listen to for input? No, this does go. I've done voice calls on this machine. So it is getting my audio. Transcribe? Wait. What is this? Transcription prompt. No, that's not what he was saying here. Oh, no. Yeah. I'm not getting this in the log. Formatting is not working. Keyboard, that's not. I'm wondering if it's not listening to the right input, right? I don't know how to configure Pipewire very well. Right? I'm wondering if it's a Pipewire. I'm trying to think of the tool I use for Pipewire. What is the tool for Pipewire? Tool to configure Pipewire. This is what it is. I've used this. So it should be installed, is what I'm thinking. There's probably better. Nope. Are you sure? I'm like 99% sure that I use this. Did I delete it at some point? Well, that's why I'm looking at configuring Pipewire, right? That's because I realize that and it might just not be. I guess 3? I should probably go like actually look these up, but what have you guys used to uh oh wait. So I do have have you control? Wait. Why didn't it work then? Did I mistype it? Did I mistype it? I feel like I mistyped it. Okay, so we have this, and it is detecting it. We can up it a little bit. I don't know. That looks fine to me. And I'm worried that, so is this marked as default? Yeah, this is marked as default, right? Let's do this. Oh, not at all what I meant to do. Let's do, I was used to I3. Let's open up another WES term and let's see what happens when we do this. Says it's transcribing. I don't see. Okay, yeah, so we do have something. And it's the analog, so it's getting it. So it should be getting this right now, right? Because it's the duo analog stereo, and the recording is the analog stereo. Now, it didn't seem to do anything with that. Oh, I capped it. Okay, I possibly did. So that seemed to be correct. I still get nothing though, right? Okay. Sorry, I need to stop doing that. Using my right hand a little bit. Time isn't set either. Oh, it's set. That's what S stands for. It set the time. Please. I wish that it would log what it got, right? Like it has result and the amount of time, but it doesn't have like input. So I know that it has input. Should we try to just put cursor on this? Does it dump bigger in var log? Let's look. Let's look. Let's see. I don't see it. There's the X whisper log, right? But that's just the that's literally just this. What is this? There's another tool D log. There's nothing in that. Hmm. Do I go for the Apple one? Do I go with Fluid one? Okay, so I have two paths ahead of me. I go with Fluid one and try to get codecs to make it work on Linux. Or I try to get codecs to make X Whisper work. It's weird. I don't know where to start debugging this without like just, I think I just have to go put a lot of logs in because I can't see what, there's nothing that says it's going wrong. It just isn't working. You wrote for Fluid Voice? Wait, is this Fluid? Is Fluid 1 Fluid Voice? Is that Yeah. Okay. Let's fork it. I mean, my arm is pretty done at this point, so this is going to be heavily vibe coded. Just as a warning. Just as a warning. Okay. Git clone. And you guys wonder why I have so many projects. I actually need to do like a tree hierarchical. I need to do a B tree on this. I need to do a B tree on everything that I have. Kind of. Okay. This repo was made to work on we need to, I'm going to do this in plan mode. We'll try to do this for real. This, oh, I should not have deleted that. This code base supports only Mac right now. We want to update it to work on Linux. It's a funny way to spell Claude code. I actually, in all of my testings, I actually found in the last AI games, Claude did worse at just about everything. Actually, Claude did worse than 5.5 GPT in just about everything. And that was comparing Fable. And Fable was just more expensive for worse. So, I know that there's a lot of like developer sentiment that they like Claude better. Every test that we did, it was basically worse for more money. Do with that what you will. If you like it, you like it. I'm not hating or judging. Yeah. Maybe it's the way I prompt it. Like you can argue that, and that's fine. I do need to find a way to let people help with the AI games. Right now, everything is private, and I said I'd give people access. I need to actually pull out some of that training data. So some of the harness can be open source. And so what I want to do is the harness will become open source. The actual data, like the actual tests, will never be open source because I never want them to reach the ability to train on them. I know like I could make it I could make it a license, but I don't trust that they actually look at the license. They know that I'm not ever going to be able to take them to court, right? And prove that they used I can't do that. So I'm not making the actual tests. That's one thing that I'm updating is I'm making all the tests actually in configuration files. so that the harness is just a harness. What should count as the first successful Linux release? Dictation MVP, ship tray settings, microphone capture, global push to talk, local whisper, optional AI cleanup. I don't know what that is. Clipboard text insertion, and history first. I don't know what half these words mean. We'll go with dictation MVP. Fix spelling or grammar in flight with AI models. Okay. That's what history first means? I don't know. Oh, wait. Does that mean what optional AI cleanup means? Okay. That makes sense. The AI cleanup. It's cleaning up bad grammar and whatnot as it goes. I got it. None of the above. Target Ubuntu. Why do I need to target a Linux environment? I run on Arch and would like it to work on all of the above. Keep the macOS Swift UI app intact and run. Oh, that's probably this is probably why it's not like they made a Swift UI app. Oh, that's garbage. That I told you there are some libraries you have to avoid, and this is one of them. Can we get HTMX in here? I mean, I don't really care. Keep the Swift UI app intact. We won't use it. Yeah, Arch, by the way. Oh, clipboard history. Oh, okay. That makes a little bit more sense than like. That makes more sense than how I read it. I was like, what? History first. I don't think HTMX would be good there. I think terminal's good. Okay, and then we can get rid of this stuff. Get rid of this stuff. This is fantastic. Oh, I have the sound turned. No, I just stopped the music. Who's a good boy is a very long sentence. That does not translate to dog well. That does not translate to gut dog very well at all. Not at all. Okay, while we're waiting on this to go, it has more questions. Sure, that's fine. Yeah, Vulkan is great. I don't know what GPU we really need. Like we're not rendering stuff, and like it should make the AI calls should be like made to Ollama. On Wayland, what permission trade-off should I don't know that much about Wayland. So yeah, I'm guessing it's like clipboard permissions, right? Yeah, like for paste fallback. Yeah, this is fine. I don't know a whole lot about the standards there for Wayland, but I'll have to look that up. I honestly don't know. Okay, while that's going, while that's going, what should we do? We got time. We got time to kill. Oh, it's inserting through the clipboard? Oh. Is that weird? I feel like that's weird, but you're maybe right. I don't know much about OS level character injection blocks. Could we have both? I mean, I kind of think I would like it to just be in the top bar, right? Can we do both a compact window or a tray state? This way for people who have a tray like me on Cosmic, I don't have to have a window open. Yeah, 1 and 2. How broad should optional AI post-processing be? Support OpenAI, Grok, OpenRouter, OLlama. I'm assuming. Man, shouldn't we just do? Oh, okay. This might be. Should we just do OpenRouter and OLlama? Would that be bad? Like, just do those. I mean, I guess this is OpenAI compatible, so I can just do OpenAI compatible, which is all of these, and that does OpenRouter and OLlama. So I guess, yeah. Can I go back? I can go back. Yeah, let me go back. Make sure OLlama supports local endpoints. I don't need ARM if it's running on this. The OLlama might run on ARM because we might use my Spark, but I don't need that at first. Okay. The DJX Spark is ARM. It's one of my big problems with it because Parakeet and all those things provided by NVIDIA don't support ARM. And so their own hardware can't run their models. It's a catastrophe. It's an absolute catastrophe. While that's running, I wanted to set up maybe my OLlama. I wanted to configure it a little bit. You guys were saying some things that looked like they were good configuring it. So I thought maybe we'd do that. Well, I can't type a whole lot. I thought maybe it would be a good time to like do some configuration. You know, some of that cleanup. I really should store all of this knowledge somewhere. Thank you. Thank you, Ghost. I didn't even know that was a thing that you could do until now. Best way to. It's not a bad way to spend 30 cents. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay, now you guys are all going to make me go back through chat history. I need to see. I need to see what was said. There was two things. I wanted to keep flash attention and I wanted to keep the models in memory for 30 minutes, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got it. Thank you. We're going to do these. All right. Oh, I am in nano. Oh no. Oh no. Everyone, I am in nano. This is not okay. I don't. I don't even know what to do. Nano is so confusing. They have all these cryptographic things on the bottom. Like, what am I supposed to do here? A caret and X will exit me, but if I do shift caret X, it never exits. I get stuck in nano and it's supposed to be simple, and it super annoys me. Oh, okay. I was actually careting. I don't like nano. How do I do a new line? So I just want to put a new line under environment. But no, I want to make a new line under it. I guess I could do this and then go up. Always in edit. Okay, that's right. That's right. Okay, I'm fine. I got this. How do I can't copy this line then? I just have to type it out. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I'll do it. So we want llama flash equals 1. And then llama keep alive equals 60 minutes. 60 minutes sounds good. I missed a bracket. And so now we need to write this. So just shift O that. Is there like a save quit? I don't see that. Just exit. Nailed it. Nailed it. I'm just going to make sure that it's there. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Okay, cool. Nailed it. We got questions. All right. Given Cosmic currently lacks the needed portals, what should the MVP behavior be? What portals are we talking about? One second. Let's read a little bit. One constraint matters for your Cosmic setup. As of the current Cosmic portal, global shortcut and remote desktop keyboards portals are not implemented. The app can still work there through a compositor shortcut bound to Fluid Voice toggle. where the target exposes accessibility and keyboard fallback otherwise. One second. Let me read this one more time. I don't know that the current cosmic portal global. Oh wait. They're talking. I got confused by the word portal. Global shortcut and remote desktop keyboard. Does it mean keyboard shortcuts are not implemented? The app can still work through a compositor shortcut. Okay. Yeah. Through fluid voice toggle. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. That's fine. Use a cosmic system shortcut for toggle. Yeah. I got thrown off by the word portal. Too many portals and not enough Portal 3. Valve needs to just decide to make Portal 3. They always call it something weird. It always throws me off because like half the time I'm like, is there a word I need to like look up like that I just don't know? Or did they just word it in such a way as to confuse me? And that was the latter. Okay, so this is set up. I think one thing that I'd like to start doing, I want to start keeping track of a knowledge graph. So there's things like this here. There's stuff like this here that I'm going to forget. The attention equals 1. I don't do it often enough. I do it now. And there's a chance that the next time I do something like this, I come back to it. But I'd like to start keeping a knowledge graph somewhere. And I'll open source it. But let's find that. Best knowledge graph software. I don't know. This seems weird. Search. There's one thing that almost looked like it could. Logsec almost seems like I could do this with it. This might be what I want. And I use Obsidian. So both Obsidian... I haven't used Obsidian for knowledge graphing very well. And maybe it supports knowledge graphing. I use it more as like a notes. But there is a graph view. Maybe I want to... I'm going to try Logsec, and I'll try it on stream. So we're going to try all of this, and we'll see how it works. And if it doesn't work, then I'll try to do it with Obsidian, and I'll try to do a knowledge graph. You got a good one here? Hello, welcome everyone. There's quite a few of you on. Awesome to see you all. Just for if any of you are new, I'm like 1.5 handed right now. So if you're wondering why I'm so slow, 1, I was born that way, and 2, I have an elbow injury that I just had surgery on Tuesday, and I have to keep it down. So we're just moving at a nice slow pace, chatting. I can't really do a whole bunch of typing, so I'm only doing a little bit of typing. So if we are doing something, it has to be 100% vibe coded just for today, because yeah. Anyways. All right. Obsidian provides markdown notes with an knowledge graph. So we're talking about a knowledge graph right now because we're doing some stuff like we just did a thing for Olama, and I wanted to keep a note of it because it's cool. And I'd like to actually be able to open source those notes so that other people can use that knowledge graph if they're like following along in a video or saw something that I did and were like, oh, I saw Merrick configure his Olama to hold a model for a little bit longer. Can I find it? It would be really cool if my notes were public and you guys could leverage the knowledge graph. Automatically connects pages. Is the Obsidian client open source? Is it? I thought the client was open source. Is it not? Did it change? Did this change? Oh, okay. Okay. Bidirectional wiki links automatically connect pages interactive graph view with deep grounding and filter. So wait. Okay, if you put the links in there, this is what I need to get better about is linking things together, right? Now, I almost think that I want to try to leverage a local AI to go through my notes and link everything together. Could I do that? Because I think one of my big problems is when I do this, I have all the stuff, it's just not linked together. And so the knowledge graphs don't really work well because like you have to link them in the first place, which means you have to know to put a link. But that's the problem that I have a hard time is like, will I remember in 6 months when I'm doing something with Olama to link it to the Olama stuff that I did previously? I don't know. Right. Okay. Let's try this. I'm gonna start this right now. Okay, well, I'm gonna start it right after this. Okay, add a separate Olympic application while leaving the existing Mac OS Swift UI target intact. Should we keep it Swift? Question. Should we keep it Swift? The only problem with Swift is this isn't a... Is this rewrite? Okay, I have a question. Is this rewriting it, the whole thing, or is it making the UI Rust? I don't understand. And why do we need React and TypeScript? What are we doing here? I actually don't understand this part. It asked me this, but I saw the TUI and Rust, and I was thinking, oh, they're making a new UI because of Swift UI, right? And they're just going to make it a terminal app because I said Linux. Did they also say React and TypeScript and Vite? Because now I've got questions. What are we doing here? Oh, I thought it was like a terminal UI. My bad. Shouldn't we just go React Native then? If we're ew, that sounds gross. Oh, it's Rust Electron. Okay, that's fine. Oh, okay. Rust Electron is fine. I didn't want that. I actually wanted to keep it in Swift, right? I like Swift. I'm a huge Swiftie. But this is actually just rewriting it. Now, what I don't know, well, let's ask it. Let's see if it will do it. Is there no way of keeping the Swift? Is there no way of keeping the Swift backend? I was thinking there would be a backend, no UI service, maybe in Swift, and then the ability to add a UI on that connects to that. Honestly, I don't think I would use a UI that much. Okay. While we're doing that, let's start working on our knowledge graph. So I'm going to use logsec. I'm going to try with logsec. One thing that I like about logsec is if I make my notes open source, so all the stuff that I learn while going through any of this stuff, it would make them very easy for everybody else. I know that Obsidian is still free, right? So if I make my knowledge graph in a Git repo, you guys would be able to do it. But I would prefer to try to keep it all open source. So we're going to try to do this knowledge graph. And I'm going to try to, while streaming, to put all my stuff in this knowledge graph for you all. Well, and for me. And for me. And for me. Okay, let's just let's open logsec. Logsec. I know I have it installed. Okay. There's probably something stupid in here. Forgive me if there is. Oh no, there's nothing. Perfect. Now here's the interesting thing. Logsec is by date. Does anybody know if I can do it by like topic? Because like really I don't care about the date as much. Why did it go away? Oh no. What have I done here? Okay. Oh, that just put it to, okay, I got it. I just wanted to, maybe it doesn't matter. This is just the journal. So maybe I need to get out of the journal, right? Yeah, I can just do this stuff over here. Okay. How do I create a page? There's no, create. New page, new whiteboard. Okay. So I can be sitting here and I can just be like, new page. What are you looking for? Ollama. Create a page called Ollama. So this is just my knowledge on the llama. So Ghost, one of the thing in logsec is everything is a graph. So everything in Ollama or in logsec, at least I think, it's supposed to kind of like automatically go into graph view, right? And show you. You are not wrong. You know what? You know what? Ghost, you are not wrong. You are not wrong at all. This reads so much like an AI. When somebody's like, Merrick, how do you say something reads like an AI? And it's like, when you say the extraction boundary is workable, but it changes where the real porting cost sits. It reads like an AI. I don't know how to explain it to you, but the standard engineer that I work with wouldn't have worded it that way. I worked with a lot of people. They would be like, well, the real cost isn't in keeping Swift, but it's in all the libraries. Swift can maintain the orchestration, setting, history, formatting, HTTP private, and state machine language. Combine Swift UI, the network framework, AV Foundation, core audio security, and the current Apple only Whisper library cannot cross to Linux. Therefore, Linux therefore needs C++ adapters for Pipewire. Oh, okay. That was nothing like a graph, though. You guys are killing me. Twitch chat can never be can never be oh, you can include journals. I don't know if this is enabling them or disabling them. Built-in pages. Okay, so this is disabled. Okay. Orphan pages, journals, and excluded page. Why would I want to include excluded pages? Okay. I don't understand. Can I get an XY in here? Okay, I'll get you an XY if I have to hard code it myself. Ew. No, thank you. I'd like to do local. I wonder, like, if I could help put, like, a local. Why is it, like, a ChatGPT page? That's, like, weird, right? Like, it's almost like GPT dictation, but, like, anyways. What are cards for? Flashcards. One second, I'm just looking at this really quickly. Let's augment our minds. Is the hashtagging there? Is the hashtagging linking stuff? that will explicit link? Okay, okay. So does it do implicit linking? Like if I don't explicitly link, will it try to implicitly link stuff? That's cool. I like the implicit linking because like I'm always like, oh, did I always link it to everything? Implicit links on page title. Okay, okay. So like if I do like I have an Ollama. So here is all my Ollama knowledge. And then let's say I create a new page for Ollama settings. And I'm going to add the Ollama settings that we had here. Let me go find them again. I could pull them up on the machine, but I thought this was going to be faster, but I think it's not. Okay, I found it. I found it. I found it. Okay, okay. Let me do this. Let's delete this. I need to see if this has Vim mode. I need to see if it has Vim mode, but okay. And then can I tab this out? Okay, okay, okay. Nice, nice, nice. And then I do something like, nope, wrong tab. Keep model in memory longer. Okay. I don't understand why this is. Oh, I was shift tabbing. Why was I holding shift? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Now, I did capitalize this, but will it be connected? Ollama. Ollama and Ollama setting. Okay, they did not get connected, but let me retitle this to Ollama. Oh, it does have unlinked references. Okay, okay. It did pick it up here. Ollama settings. Why did it add this title Ollama? Ollama settings. Tag Ollama settings. Not that. Okay, just click. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, okay, okay. Cool. Maybe I just needed to re-index it. Maybe it was just on some stale data. Can I move you up here? Oh, look at that. That's kind of fun. Hey-ya! Hey! Oh, I broke it. I broke it. I broke it. People always ask how I am so good. So I work with a lot of vendors at my job. One of my jobs, I maintain a lot of our vendors for developers. And they always come to me with like, how am I so good at finding bugs in their stuff? Like, I never get to say this because I'm in a professional thing, but like half the time I'm like, because I do stupid stuff with it and I decide how I want to use it and I try to bend it to my will. And things end up breaking, okay? Not your fault, but let's see, nodes. There are some settings here like link distance, charge strength, charge range. I think this is like how they bounce around. Whoa, 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 how bouncy they are. This is how bouncy they are. Okay, we want that all the way down. And we want this down too. We want, whoa, calm down. Okay. Whoa, okay. Can we get 0? Can I just select 0? Could you just let me do it? I don't want them to be bouncy. These aren't real files? This is a real file. What do you mean? It's right there. Okay, okay. So then we can use journals, whiteboards, and we'll all get all of these things. Okay, I'm going to give this a shot. Like I said, I want to try open sourcing this for people. We might switch over to Obsidian, but I think that this will be really good for what we're trying to do. Or what I would like to do. Like, there's a selfish part. One, I want to get better about organizing this so that I can find it, leverage it, and whatnot. What do we need? We need, all right, we have Git. I need Vim plugins. Let's see. Vim. Oh, wait, this is on installed. I want marketplace. I want to just take somebody's code who I don't know, and I just want to trust it. This is too small for everyone. Let's ambigify it. All right, Vim blocks a voice memo. Vim style model editing for logsecdb graphs. Vim style model editing for logsecdb graphs. So this isn't like Vim in the text editor. This is Vim style model editing for logsecdb graphs. That sounds interesting. Vim shortcuts, Vim-like operation feelings, Vim-like editor to edit blocks. These feel like they're all different. Like, this is like the operation of the side panels and stuff. And this is like for the editor. And this is for like the graph. I'm going to install them all. I wonder if they conflict. Yeah, logsec Vim shortcuts and logsec Vim editor. Nothing can go wrong with this. Yeah, it did not like having both installed. We got some errors here. Yeah, it's all conflicts of... Okay, we can't install them all. Can we uninstall? Oh no, it's installed. How do I uninstall? Oh, I could have clicked on it and seen better. This makes sense. How do I uninstall? Maybe I go to installed and then where does it show? Oh, check for updates. No, I actually want to uninstall it. Is it at the bottom? Am I gonna have to like Google how to uninstall something? Does right clicking it work? No. Oh wait. Oh. Little gear in the bottom left. I see. I was missing this. My color theme made this hard to see. Okay, so which one do we want to do? This looks well supported. We're just gonna go with this one for now. If it fails us, we'll do a different one. Oh, I uninstalled it. Let's see. Vim shortcuts. This is the same shortcut. What I have messed something up. I have messed up something. Let's just try it. Let's try it. 1 second. We're going to go escape. Oh, look at that. It's working. It's working. It's fine. Everything's fine. Can I get over to here? Okay, well, we're good. We've started a knowledge graph. We have started a knowledge graph. It does unlinked references, which maybe hasn't been updated since we actually linked it, but all right, let's go back. Okay, what do we want to do here? Okay, to be honest, I don't know. Yeah, it was a really small icon. That was hard to see legitimately. Okay, to be honest, the UI does not matter that much for me right now. Running headless makes the most. Headless probably is what I'm going to do. Would it be less effort to rewrite the Swift parts that need Linux support Or would it be easier to rewrite the whole thing in Rust? Should ship the internal Linux client experience. Damien Bus CLI. Yeah, I think this is what I'm saying. How should CLI and future UIs connect to the Swift service? I feel like local HTTP makes the most sense because then it just works on any platform, kind of. Um, if you use dbus, you're just tying yourself to Linux, which I don't really care, but um, but yeah, like I also don't care enough, so I think I just do HTTP. Can't wait to see somebody fork this to macOS. You should go follow a Swift streamer. And is there such a thing as Swift streamers? I'm sure that there are. Probably not in the coding, but not in the science and technology or software engineering. But you can probably find a Swifty out there. Exactly, Ghost. Hmm. Let's do a Swift Daemon. Let's do it. How should the headless MVP activate dictation? Yep. It's just gonna be a toggle for now. Yeah, this is fine. All right. We're almost out of plan mode. So do these get like nested? Like, or is it just a flat structure in logsec? It seems like it's just a flat structure, which is maybe fine. I think logsec works differently than I'm accustomed to. I'm accustomed to something like Obsidian with like the file structure. And I think that this is going to force me to think a little differently, which I think is good. I was wondering if I could use the, what I'm trying to do is edit over here and all of these might be outside of Vim. What is create? How do I like create a new page? Control N, no, not that. That was a stupid try. I wonder if there's just shortcuts like edit. Can I edit shortcuts? I should be able to, like, right? There's some sort of settings, right? Right? Where's the settings? None of these are settings button. What's this? Oh, this is. I'm not sure what this is. This looks like it could be cool, but I'm not sure what it is. Settings. Let's see. This is find and replace, to do, Exceladraw, home. No. Are there not settings? Maybe there's not settings. This hamburger just opens and closes this. Oh, wait. Maybe it's in this. I could also have multiple graphs, which maybe is cool. I don't know why I didn't do the dots on the upper right. Why did that not click for me? Key map. Okay, here we go. I just want like a new document. New. Create a new block. No, new page. New block. NW is a new whiteboard. I bet NP is new page. Let's just try that. Should we just try that? New page. Oh no, but page wasn't one of them. Are they not called pages? They're called pages, right? Yeah. I can new whiteboard, but I can't new page. Oh, create maybe. I can search in YouTube. I feel like I don't know the right word for it. Okay, here's whiteboard toggle. Control K will be an important one to search pages and blocks. I'll need to be using that one. Navigation, block editing general. Whiteboard, plugins. Others. Okay, 1 second. It says here, new page here is Control K. I wonder if I just do Control K from here. Dang. Dang. I could have just done that. Oh, wait. No, this is what are you looking for? This isn't actually it. Page. Create a page. So I could just create a page. Yeah. So, like, how to create page in... And I just create a page from here. So I just Control K. Okay. It's in toolbar mode UI. Okay. Toolbar. I don't know. It's okay. I found it. Oh, okay. I see. Okay. Let's see where this is stuck. Implement. Yeah, let's go ahead and... Linux is headless first. With maybe a tray client. Yeah, fine. Good. Let's implement this plan. Go. I like to use the mouse as little as possible. I'm not particularly good at it, but I do enjoy not touching the mouse. Heard they carried disease and plagues. Have you heard of the Black Plague? I mean, let's be real. There this is. Control K. Done. Oh, sweet. And I can just open one that already exists with that too. Okay. That's kind of nice. And then I'm already editing it, can go into insert mode here. I'm liking this. Okay. Is it telling me every time I tell it to save, is it telling me that it actually is already saving it? That's kind of hilarious. The existing Swift package manifest is effectively Mac OS only, and the app sources are too entangled with AppKit. Oh gosh. AppKit is the gift that keeps on giving. All right, well, we're gonna let this cook for a little bit. My arm is pretty done for today. That's gonna cook. I'm gonna try to do this really well. If we get something that's actually pretty good, I'll publish it as open source. I'll advertise that I published it as open source if it's anything that's any good. As we do the AI training, I'm going to try to, like, every single time we do something, we come across a problem that we resolve, we're going to put it in here. Even if it seems trivial, we're going to put it in there as we learn. And hopefully that's something useful to you all. We'll find out. Otherwise, oh yeah, get a really fancy mouse. I don't have a fancy mouse, and especially a lot of those don't work on Linux very well, unfortunately. unfortunately. But thanks everybody for sticking around and hanging out. Let me try it and see if there's somebody to raid. I don't see anybody off the top of my head. Can you do 12 side buttons? I've always wondered that. Like, would my thumb get confused as to which button I was pressing? It feels like I also use my thumb to guide the mouse. Is that not true? Is that not true? Like, do you get accustomed to it? It took a little while to get used to it. That was what I felt like was maybe true. All right, who out there deserves a raid right now? If Togglebit's on, he's not allowed to pick. I don't actually see anybody that I know. I don't actually see anybody that I know. Okay. Vulcan's pretty cool. Let's do that. All right. Haven't watched this person. Probably fantastic. Go watch them and let me know how they were. Learn some Vulcan. That's pretty cool. Thanks everybody for joining me and spending some time. Super appreciated it. Super appreciated you guys spending your afternoon, evening, morning with me and maybe learning something or helping me learn something. Anyways, I will talk to you all next week. Hopefully a little bit more energetic than this week, and I'll hope you all have a fantastic week.